Minecraft is a sandbox game that allows players to explore and create virtual worlds made up of blocks, where they can gather resources, craft tools and items, build structures, and interact with the environment and other players. It offers endless possibilities for creativity, adventure, and survival in a pixelated open-world setting. Welcome to the Minecraft Guide. Follow me, XPenSage, as I guide you through the basics of crafting, surviving, and building. In our previous episode, we covered the basics of growing and harvesting crops to ensure a steady supply of food. While your farm can keep you well fed, there are certain food recipes and important game items that can only be crafted using materials provided by animals. You could go around hunting and killing animals for their drops, but unless you're ready to adopt the life of a nomad, you'll quickly run out of animals to sustain yourself. Passive mob spawning to repopulate areas takes a considerable amount of time, so your best bet is to capture and corral farm animals in pens. Traditionally, fences have been the go-to method for keeping animals in Minecraft, being consistent with real-life barns and farms. However, getting animals inside fenced areas can be quite tricky. To make it easier for you to move in and out of the pens, you can place carpets on top of fences. This allows for quick access without the need to open gates. Alternatively, if you have wood to spare, craft trapdoors and place them on level ground in a 5x5 square to fit a few farm animals. To keep things organized, you should create separate pens for different kinds of animals. Make sure to light up your pens and the surrounding areas to prevent hostile creatures from finding their way into your farm. We'll cover more about dealing with these monsters in a future guide. To lure animals into your temporary holding areas, you can use their preferred food items. Chickens will follow you if you hold up seeds. Wheat works well for luring cows, sheep, goats, and mushrooms. Pigs, on the other hand, can be enticed with carrots, potatoes, or beetroots. If you come across rabbits, you'll need carrots or dandelions to get them to follow you. Multiple animals can follow you, but they may lose interest over time. To keep their attention, you may need to walk slowly or get closer to them. If you happen to have slime and string, you can craft a lead to drag animals around. Slimes can be obtained by defeating small slimes, and string can be acquired from spiders or by collecting cobwebs using a sword. Another method of obtaining leads is by stealing them from wandering trader llamas. When you place a boat near a wandering trader's llama, they will hop into the boat, causing the llamas to be released. This action also drops their leads, which you can pick up and use. To attach a lead to a mob, simply right-click on them. If you have multiple animals to move, you can use multiple leads to guide them simultaneously. When it comes to transporting animals across oceans, leads are your best option. Alternatively, you can have animals ride in a boat with you, but keep in mind that boats can only accommodate one passenger at a time. Breeding animals only requires capturing 2 animals of the same kind. However, if you want to increase your food and materials production, it's beneficial to have more animals in your pens. If you use leads to capture animals, right-clicking on the mob again will set them free, allowing you to retrieve the lead. To initiate breeding, feed 2 adult animals with their preferred food. Use wheat for cows, sheep, and mushroom, seeds for chicken, and carrots, potatoes, or beetroots for pigs. You only need to give 1 piece of food per animal for them to start breeding. They will pair off and move toward each other and produce an offspring. Oh, isn't he adorable? Keep in mind that you won't be able to breed the same animals again for another 5 minutes, and the young offspring will need time to grow into adults before they can be bred. It typically takes around 20 minutes for baby animals to reach adulthood. It's important to note that prematurely killing baby animals will yield no experience or loot. Cows drop raw beef and leather. Leather can be used to craft leather armor, books, and item frames. You can also milk a cow by right-clicking on it while holding a bucket. Fresh milk is a key ingredient in crafting delicious cakes. Interestingly, cakes are the only food item in Minecraft that can be placed down as a decorative block and enjoyed by consuming slices. Chickens drop raw chicken meat and feathers, which are essential for crafting arrows. Additionally, chickens lay eggs, which are ingredients for cakes and pumpkin pies. Eggs can also be thrown to hatch a chick, though most of those eggs will go to waste. Pigs drop raw pork chops. Sheep provide wool and mutton. If your main goal is to obtain wool, it's more efficient to shear the sheep. Killing a sheep will only yield 1 piece of wool, while shearing can yield 1 to 3 pieces. Sheep eat grass and turn it into dirt as they regrow their wool. So if you like to keep your grass growing back, secure a few blocks of grass in your farm. You can do this by placing an upper half slab on top of a grass block. Cooking meat is better than consuming it raw for 2 main reasons. Raw chicken has a chance to cause poisoning, and cooked meat restores more hunger points. Let's explore the various methods of cooking your food in Minecraft. There are 4 ways to do it. First, we have the trusty furnace. Simply place your meat and fuel in the furnace to cook your food. 1 piece of coal or charcoal can cook up to 8 items, so keep this in mind to save on fuel. The second option is the smoker. This block cooks food twice as fast as the furnace while using the same amount of fuel. As a proper upgrade to the furnace, the smoker is a helpful addition to your kitchen. Next, we have the campfire. Crafted from logs, a piece of charcoal, and sticks, this fire runs forever, unless extinguished, making it a cheap way to cook food. Simply place your meat on the campfire and it will be arranged on the 4 corners. Wait for a bit and the food will automatically pop out once cooked. In addition to cooking, the campfire also serves as a natural light source. The fire from this pile of logs never spreads to adjacent blocks, making it safe to use. You can turn it off with the shovel and reignite it with the flint and steel. The campfire has another interesting use. It can act as an early game marker or beacon. If you place a hay bale under a campfire, the smoke will rise higher, up to 24 blocks. If you find yourself in a dense forest or jungle, the smoke from a campfire can help guide you back home. And the final way to cook food is to cook the food while it's still alive. By igniting the block the animal is standing on with a flint and steel, you can get the cooked version of its meat if killed while on fire. This can also be achieved by using weapons with fire aspect or flame enchantment. We will get to those exciting tools in later episodes. Bees are flying mobs that provide several unique items when dealt with cautiously. By nature, bees can pollinate and help nearby crops to grow. They can also provide honey and honeycomb. A player can safely collect those items by placing a campfire below the beehive. Otherwise, the bees will attack the offender in a swarm. Once you have the campfire set, use a shear to get honeycomb, or an empty glass bottle to collect honey. Honeycomb can be used to craft your own beehive to raise bees or to make candles to light up your room or someone's birthday cake. Honey in bottles can be consumed by the player to remove poison effect and restore some hunger points. 4 honey bottles can be turned into a honey block, a very sticky block that has many redstone uses. When a player or any entity is above a honey block, movement is significantly impeded and makes jumping nearly impossible. In addition to land-based food sources, the oceans and rivers can provide you with fish. You can either hunt these fishes or try fishing using a fishing rod. To craft a fishing rod, you'll need sticks and strings. Cast your line into the water and wait for the bobber to dip. Right-click again to retrieve your bobber and a fish should come flying out of the water and into your inventory. Along with cod, salmon, tropical fish, and pufferfish, you can also obtain other items while fishing. Just like in real life, fishing in Minecraft takes some time and patience. While there are enchantments that can improve your odds, Sometimes it's more rewarding to dive into rivers and catch the fish with your trusty axe. This pufferfish is not supposed to be eaten, but is useful in making potions. If you are imagining calamari, then sorry. Squids only drop ink sacs for black dye and cannot be used as a food source. If you prefer a vegan approach, you can punch out and collect kelp. Toss it into a furnace or smoker and you'll have some tasty dried kelp snacks to enjoy. For those of you who have already ventured into the Nether, you'll find plenty of angry hoglins to kill in the Crimson Forests. Just make sure they don't push you off into the lava first. Food items in Minecraft restore different amounts of hunger points and saturation. To minimize the need for constant snacking, it's best to consume items from the upper tier of this list. These highlighted food items provide better nourishment in the game, allowing you to go longer without needing another bite. Automation of raising livestock for meat is possible in the game, and there are plenty of community-made tutorials out there to check out. At this point, you have learned multiple ways to keep yourself stuffed up while exploring the world. Depending on how you spent your first few days in Minecraft, you might still be wielding some stone tools in your hand, but that's all about to change. Prepare your torches, summon the courage within you, and bid the sun farewell for a while, because in the next episode we will go deeper into the caves and ravines in search of better and more durable tools. Danger awaits us, but you're ready for the challenge, right? I'm XSpenSage, and I'll see you in the next episode.